Live from Greenwich, Connecticut, you're watching the greatest classic car show in the entire Northeast, the Greenwich Concours D'elegance on BeTerrific. What's up, Terrifics? Welcome back to your live continuing coverage here in Greenwich, Connecticut of the Greenwich Concours D'elegance, and we are having a blast. This gentleman's name is Frank. The last time I interviewed you here at the Greenwich Concours D'elegance, you had a Yanko, and you had told me that your daughter, who was 16, was going to get a chance to drive it. She's now 18, and has she gotten a chance to drive it yet?
Yes, she did.
You got to get the mic up to your face.
Yeah, she did. I taught her how to drive stick shift on it.
On the Yanko?
Yes, I did. And she'll be telling her grandkids about that one someday.
And is the Yanko still sans scratches and dents and dings?
No, she didn't do any damage to it.
No damage?
She's an excellent driver. She takes after her father.
Well, and how about the clutch? How's the clutch?
Clutch is a little bit burned, but we won't mention that, but she did pretty good.
And just out of curiosity, while you were teaching her, did she accidentally sidestep it and maybe burn a little rubber?
She did it. She wanted to see what the whole...
And you let her do it?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Really? So I'll tell you something. I tried to learn on a 1991 Acura NSX with my father sitting in the passenger seat. That did not go very well.
Well, you were nervous.
I did sidestep the clutch once. That didn't go over very well either. Not on purpose, by the way. I wasn't exactly sure what I was doing. And I remember once he said he told me to brake, and I just stepped on the brake and didn't put the clutch in. Hey, what are you doing? And I said, I don't know. That's the whole point. I don't know what I'm doing.
I took a little different approach. I let her take the car out by herself.
You let her take it out by herself?
Yes, I did.
She didn't know how to drive stick?
She had an idea how to drive it, and she said I was making her nervous, and asked if she could drive by herself, and I let her.
And then she wanted to see, and then you got in with her.
And then we got in with her, and she got comfortable with the car.
And you wanted to see how much horsepower, she wanted to see how much horsepower was, and you let her sidestep the clutch?
No, not really. A little bit.
Wow. Yeah, so. Wow. So I was told, be careful, it's got a lot of power. Be careful, it's got a lot of power. The only other time I was nervous driving a car was, I can't believe I'm telling the story on air. My friend Marlon and I took his father's 911 out in the middle of the winter in the Hamptons, and we got caught.
Really?
Went to their place in the Hamptons, and we took the car out in the middle of the night.
That sounds like a Ferris Bueller story.
It was like a Ferris Bueller thing. And so that summer, I went out to the Hamptons with the NSX, and Marlon's father, Dr. Goldberg, said to me, let's go for a ride. And I said, oh, okay, yeah, sure. You're going to take me out in the Porsche? He said, no, you're going to take me out in the Porsche. And he said, I want to see how you drove my car.
Oh, so he knew.
I stalled immediately, and he said, is this how you treated my baby? I said, no, I had her about 110, and she was doing fine. I was sweating. It was the hardest drive I've ever done. So we get back to the driveway, and he says, don't ever do that again. He says, now give me the keys to the NSX. I said, excuse me? He goes, give me the keys to the NSX. What? He goes, you drove mine, I drive yours.
That's fair.
Oh,
that's fair.
Yeah, he was a good driver, thankfully.
Well,
he drove it fast and furious.
You'll never forget them days.
No, and it was a lot of fun.
Yeah,
you have to get in a little trouble, right? Not too much. You got to be careful, but car stories are always
good,
great.
clean fun.
Yeah, he had a '91 911 Cabrio. Beautiful,
nice car.
C2, yeah.
Great car.
Black with black interior.
Easy to drive, driver friendly.
Yeah, I didn't like the clutch. The clutch, in those days, Porsche was putting the clutch coming up from the floor. It was like a truck. So you had to do that whole thing.
Exactly.
I like it hanging.
Yeah, I agree.
So you've got something special here. Let me guess, because I haven't asked yet. I'm going to guess this is a 67 Stingray?
66.
66.
Close.
It's beautiful. I love the color. This is like the classic color, and the side pipes are always great.
Yep, Kim original.
And it's just an unbelievably stunning car. Tell me about this one.
This car, my uncle was the original owner.
Really?
Yes, he was. And he passed away recently.
Sorry to hear that.
7 years ago. And I wound up with the car, bought it off my cousin. It should stay in the family, and we restored it to the way it should be restored, and we will never sell it. It'll be going to my daughter, who you met.
Yeah. She must be. Has she driven this?
Yes, she drives them all.
Really?
Yep, she drives them all.
Wow, what a great dad.
Thanks.
I like that.
Got to get the young crowd in.
You drove it here today.
Yes.
What was special about the 66 Stingray?
It was the first year for the 427, which was a legendary engine.
Yep.
That 1 year only hood. It's a very iconic looking hood with the two vents on each side. Side pipes started becoming more popular. It was 65 made a few, but 66 was the real first year, real year for side pipes. It's just the iconic styling.
I love side pipes. I hope one day I own a car with side pipes.
Oh, yes.
How much horsepower did this car put out?
390.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yep, 390.
And this was a fiberglass body as well?
Yep, full fiberglass body.
I never can believe that they're all fiber, because they look like sheet metal, don't they?
Yes.
And they're just beautiful. When did you first get into cars?
Oh, 13 years old.
Wow.
Yep, 13.
What did you see?
Me and my father wanted a car, and he bought me a 65 Mustang who he thought that I would never, ever get running. And he put it in the woods, and 2 hours later, I had it running, driving around.
2 hours later at 13?
Driving it around the block, he couldn't believe it.
You know, I couldn't do that today.
Yeah, so.
And I'm not even talking 2 hours. You could give me 2 years, I wouldn't get it
my
running.
father was a car enthusiast, so it's kind of like genetic.
Can we pop the hood?
Sure.
What was your uncle's name, by the way?
Dick Simonetti.
Dick Simonetti. Oh, the Stingray. The pop-up headlights. Who started the pop-up headlights? Was it the Buick Riviera, or was it Corvette, Chevrolet with the Corvette? Who did the pop-up headlights first?
Corvette really did it. They were the groundbreakers with the pop-up headlights, you know, in 63 actually. First year.
And you had the 65 Mustang.
Yep.
That was pretty cool.
That was a great car. Still one of my favorite cars.
I think that's the most iconic year for the Mustang.
Yeah, I mean, everybody knows a Mustang.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's a good year. I mean, 67. They're all good years for that car, up until like the 80s.
Exactly. Then everything fell apart.
But they're nice now. So this is wow. This is beautiful. You can eat off this engine. So this is a V8.
It's a V8, big block Chevy, totally balanced.
Was it 4-barrel carburetors?
4-barrel carburetor.
Wow, beautiful.
But it was done with today's machining, which really wasn't available back then, with the balancing process now and the oiling. Everything's improved.
Wow. Now, are you running drum brakes on this?
No, the Corvettes all have 4-wheel disc brakes starting in 65.
In 65?
Yeah, so this was the second year, 4-wheel discs.
That's great.
Which was iconic back then, because nobody had 4-wheel disc brakes.
Right. I was just talking about this before with somebody, and I said the guy had a Hudson, and he said he's put the disc brakes on it, and that's the only thing that's not original on the car. And he said, you know, or restored to original. And I said, you know, I think that's a really good idea. Just in today, if you're going to drive the car, to have it be a little bit safer with disc brakes seems like a really good thing.
Absolutely. And I mean, this is America's only sports car.
Yeah.
This is an American tradition right here.
America's only sports car?
Yeah, Corvette.
Oh, I mean, what about the AC Cobra?
Well, that's not American. It was made in England.
Yeah, but it's a Ford engine.
Yeah, don't
it's
count.
An American guy.
That don't count.
Okay. What about the Mustang? You're slighting the Mustang.
That's
Camaro?
not really considered a sports. They're not sports cars. Those are
right.
muscle cars, collectible cars.
You're twisting my arm. Okay, hold on. Wasn't the Vector made in the United States of America?
I'm not familiar with a Vector.
You don't know the Vector?
No.
You're the second person this week who told me they don't know the Vector.
No.
In the 80s, the Vector was the supercar, all supercars.
Really?
Yeah, you'd have a poster on your wall of the Vector. Nobody ever saw a Vector on the road. It was like a Lamborghini had sex with a Ferrari. They had a baby, and it was a Vector.
Don't know it. Not familiar with it.
I don't know where it was actually made, but I thought it was the U.S. There's got to be an American-made sports car.
You're looking at it.
Come on.
The only American sports car. Ask anybody here.
Anybody here. These people are all part of the Corvette Club of America. They're all going to say the same thing. I mean, come on. The Mustang is kind of a sports car. Okay, it's a muscle car.
It don't fall into the category of sport. I mean, these cars race Le Mans.
Yeah.
These cars.
What about the Ford GT? You going to go with that?
Ford GT, yeah. That's a
okay, so it's not the only sports car.
But back in the day, I'm talking about.
The Ford GT40.
Well, that was really not a production car.
Fair enough. All right, he's got me. He's got me good.
That wasn't a production car.
I'm going to think of this. By the end of the day, I'm coming back. They're going to tweet me at BeTerrific TV or hit me up in the Slack chat. I know Jenny's going to be telling me some American car. He's watching in Finland now. Isn't that amazing?
I like to get people's comments.
Yeah, I would too. But I'll give you that. Those are muscle cars. Everything I've said, the Camaro, they're all muscle cars.
This is a gentleman's sports car.
Yeah, like a Jaguar or an
Exactly.
Aston.
Same kind of crowd.
Yeah, except when you're driving it.
Except when I'm driving. I beat it up.
All right, Frank, you're a lot of fun. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for joining us. Don't go anywhere. We got a lot more coverage live of the Greenwich Concours D'elegance in Greenwich, Connecticut, 2017. It is an amazing show. We'll get some motorcycles on, too. I know you guys are motorcycle enthusiasts. I like looking at old bikes. Not a bike guy, but I like looking at old bikes. We're going to take you there and have a whole lot more coverage for you in just a few moments. So stay with us now. Take a quick break, and we'll be back right after this. The Greenwich Concours D'elegance on BeTerrific.